Hi there, welcome back to Let's Cook with Michelle. Today I'm doing a number of things to make a complete meal. I'm going to tag two creators that I saw that made some different recipes that I'm combining together and kind of putting my twist on. So first thing I'm going to do is make some homemade pasta with my new Emerald pasta maker. I love it, it's very simple. So I'm going to make some homemade pasta. Then I'm going to make some chicken cutlets that I found a recipe for. And I'm going to saute up some fresh veggies, and then I'm going to make a separate creamy lemon sauce to put over the pasta and the chicken. So we're going to combine them all together. So first I'm going to start with the homemade pasta. And I selected the udon pasta. Last time I did fettuccine, and it was kind of thicker, so I wanted something a little thinner. So we'll try this pasta out today. So I have 2 cups of flour. It comes with its own measuring cup, so you have to make sure you use the measuring cup that comes with the system. So 2 cups of flour and a teaspoon of salt are in here. Now you have it on. I select the batch button twice because I'm doing 2 batches. And then start. Once it starts, you slowly mix in. I've got 2 eggs beaten in here with a tablespoon of olive oil, and then you fill it the rest of the way with water. And I chose to do chicken stock instead of water to give it some more flavor. And I learned last time that the pasta mix will look pretty crumbly. It won't look like it's moist enough, but it's gonna end up coming out the way it should. So. And you can use different juices to flavor your pastas too. So I plan on experimenting with that as well later to have different flavored pastas like spinach, carrot, red pepper, things like that. The pasta machine stopped, and so now it's going to go in the opposite direction for a little bit, and then it starts to push out the pasta. Just sit and watch it. You have to make sure you're here with a plate or a tray to watch it come out, and cut it to your desired length. This machine is so fun, I tell you. It's so easy. This was 4 ingredients. You can make your own pasta, change it up however you'd like. So I'm really excited to start experimenting with this more. It's just fun. Just watching it spin out. I love pasta. I'm a pasta girl. My whole family, we love pasta. Any excuse to use it when it's this easy to make. Ingredients that you always have around the house. You can change it up however you'd like, so I love this. If I had more counter space, it would be on my counters at all times. Once the pasta is ready, because it's already fresh, it usually only takes about 3 to 6 minutes to boil it, just to your desired tenderness. The pasta machine is getting toward the end of the mix, and shortly here it will start going the opposite way to make sure it gets rid of all the ingredients at the bottom. Okay, the pasta maker is done. It's got just little crumbles left in there, so now I am going to get my water brought up to boil. First, I've got to make my chicken and my sauce. So I'm gonna go ahead and set this aside and start making my chicken cutlets. All right, the next thing we're gonna do is make the chicken cutlets. But first thing you do is you have some eggs. I've already beaten up some eggs in here. I did a lot of the prep work getting this ready ahead of time so you didn't have to watch me do all of these different things. So I've got the egg, I've got some milk, Parmesan, sugar, parsley, and garlic. And the recipe did call to put the chicken in this marinade and put it in the fridge for about half an hour. I'm not doing that today, but I'm sure it would taste better if I gave it the time to marinate in the fridge like he said, but today I'm not going to do that. So I have that mixture all done. Now we have flour, Parmesan, cornstarch, and panko, and salt. Oh, of course I grabbed the one that doesn't work. Pepper. Let me get a different salt. And salt. Okay. Now I'm just going to mix this up. I've got a pan warming up with some extra virgin olive oil that I'm going to cook this in, And the chicken breasts you see there on the counter, I took those, I cut off all the fat, cleaned them up, and then I sliced them lengthwise to make 2 chicken breasts out of each one to make them thinner. So I've got the chicken breasts thinned out this way. So dip it in the wash, into the egg, and then I'm going to put them on this plate. Alright, so I'm just going to do this with each one, and then we will cook them in the pan with the extra virgin olive oil. Alright, I'll come back when I have all these done. Okay, so I've got the chicken all breaded up. I've got my oil warmed up in my pan, and so now we're going to start cooking these. And try to fit in as many as I can. I think I have 6 of them here, so I'm probably going to have to split it up. Cook them in 2 batches. So I plan on cooking these up, setting them aside on a sheet pan with some paper towels to soak up the oil when they're done, and then I'll put the veggies in this pan, the sauteed veggies, and then I'll make the sauce and the veggies up, and then we'll serve it all together. Alright, so let's let this cook for a few minutes, maybe about 4 minutes. We'll check back, see where we're at. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and give the chicken a flip. I want it to have a nice golden crust, and I'm intentionally not stewing the chicken in the sauce because I want my chicken to be nice and crispy. So I'm going to put the sauce over the chicken on my plate individually. Alright, so we're going to let this go for about 4 minutes until the other side has that nice golden brown. Okay, so I've got my last 3 chicken breasts done. They have a nice golden brown. They have a nice golden brown on each side. So I'm going to pull these off and let them rest. And then I'm going to cook my veggies in this pan. Come on, sir. Okay. Okay, so the chicken is back there. I'm going to let that rest for a little bit. I'm going to boil the pasta in just a minute, but it's going to take me a few minutes to cook up my vegetables and make the sauce. So I have some oil. I added some extra virgin olive oil to my pan where the chicken had cooked in. And I'm going to add in a big heaping tablespoon of garlic. Alright, so my garlic is now getting a good sizzle on it. I'm going to add in some mushrooms and asparagus. I love fresh asparagus. Little green onion. Cut some of these huge mushrooms down just a little bit. We want them bite size. I'm going to put in just a tiny bit more olive oil. Alright, so onion powder and garlic powder is crucial. I put it in everything. This is done. Oh, this smells good. I absolutely love asparagus and mushrooms. Like I said, I'm going to put this into some pre-packed meals for this week. Make an extra amount of this so that I can make it for this week. I absolutely love this kind of stuff. Alright, just a couple more minutes and then we'll get the other things going in here, but I want these to get a decent saute on them first. Okay, so my veggies have a good sear on them. They've got a nice brown. Those are good. Now, I'm going to add my juice of 1 lemon. I squeezed 1 lemon in here, made sure I got my seeds out of it. I've also got the zest of 1 lemon. I want this to have some good lemon flavor. I love lemon things. So let's get some lemon zest in there. All right, so now 1/2 cup of chicken stock and 1/2 cup of heavy whipping cream. I just love this. Fresh sauteed veggies and a lemon cream sauce. This is gonna be so good. Now lastly, I'm gonna throw in some fresh grated Parmesan. Gotta love Parmesan. And let that Parmesan melt in there. And actually, a last minute decision, I have some of my 4 cheese sauce left in the fridge from another sauce that I made. I'm gonna go ahead and add that in and make it a little cheesier. Here's my Italian style cheese. I've got a little bit of this left from the last sauce I made. Can't hurt to add more cheese, right? Let's put a little bit more of that in there. All right. It's gonna have lots of cheese, lots of flavor. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more pepper. You could add some Cajun seasoning, some more pepper, anything to your liking to this sauce. I'm gonna taste it and see if I want to change it at all. That's good. I can taste the lemon in there and the cheese. That's really good. All right. I'm gonna stop that. We're gonna cook the pasta quickly, and then we will get all of this put together. Oh, let's add in those tomatoes. Just need to bring those up to temperature. You don't really need to cook tomatoes much, but I didn't want those overdone. So I'm gonna go ahead and put those in. Get those heated up with everything else. All right, let's go ahead and cook that pasta and throw all this together. All right, my water is boiling. Everything else is done. All we have to do is quickly cook this pasta. Like I said, this is fresh pasta, so we're looking at 3 to 6 minutes, depending on the type of chewiness al dente that you prefer on your pasta. So I'm gonna plan on cooking it for about maybe 5 minutes. All right, so let's cook this for just a couple minutes and then we'll check back. All right, everything is finally ready to put together. So I've got my chicken breast here. I'm gonna season it with a little bit more salt. Okay. And then I'm gonna add a little bit of Cajun seasoning now that I think about it. I want a little spice to the sauce. So I'm gonna mix that up in just a second. So a little Cajun seasoning. My noodles, my homemade noodles are done. A little bit of that in the middle. Now I'm gonna cut my chicken. All right. Dump a little bit on top of the chicken. Dump more on the sides for the pasta. And there it is. We get to test this out together. Let's try it out. Okay, let's test this out. Try getting a little piece. I don't want a huge chunk. There we go. I just got the crisp of the asparagus. That's good. The lemon, creamy sauce, fresh veggies, homemade pasta, crispy chicken. Please make sure you check out all my other videos on Let's Cook with Michelle. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Share with your friends. I really appreciate it. Have a good day.